Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Much About Nothing podcast. My name is Ryan Sumlin. I'm here with Corey Holman, Ryan Hampton, Logan Hampton. We got an action-packed show for y'all tonight, so we definitely want y'all to tune in, chime in, give your opinions. We're going to be making predictions tonight. We're going to be making predictions on the four divisional round games. This is also known as the best week of football throughout the year, and it's going to get real interesting. We're going to be talking about X factors from each of the games. We're going to be talking about what they need to do to secure a victory. So I think what we have right now is we're going to talk first about the Jaguars versus the Chiefs. Then we're going to do the Giants versus the Eagles, the Bengals versus the Bills, and then we're going to finish it off with the Cowboys versus the 49ers. So I'm going to toss it over to Corey, and I'm going to let Corey get started on who he believes is going to be the X factor in the first game, as well as what each team needs to do to secure that victory.
Yeah, that's next episode. This episode is news. Yeah, that's the next one we were
You
recording.
sent me the, you sent me the
It's
format.
all good.
Hey,
That
either
was
way,
for
hey,
the
we'll switch it up. We talking about news in the rumor mill. You see what I'm saying? It's all good. We're gonna talk about the rumor
It's
mill.
all good. It's all good.
We got LT, aka Stephen A, with the news in the rumor mill today. So we're gonna talk about everything that's going on in the NFL, just all the news, and we're gonna give our feedback on that.
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm love. I love it here.
I'm
I
loving it
love,
We
too.
got hey,
I love
So,
it here.
okay, so much about nothing. We're gonna dive into the rumor mill, and we got a few things to take a deep dive into. Tom Brady says that he is more open to returning this year than he was last season. So we cannot expect him to retire this year. So what's Tom Brady? 46, going on 47? 48 going on 49? I don't know.
I think he's 45 going on 46.
Okay. So he's more likely to return and play another season in the NFL. The Vikings fired their defensive coordinator, Ed Donatel. He's been released. They're in the market to find another defensive coordinator to get their team back in the scheme of things. Corey, you can chime in what you think about that. But Ed Donatel is now gone. How do you feel about that?
Oh man. I've never been happier. I mean, I think that defense was atrocious. It was a shame to
Mhm.
watch. Anybody that know me know I had no faith in my Minnesota Vikings because every week I was subject to watching that horrible defense. I think it was torture. And I think the Minnesota Vikings should send me jerseys forever for me to have to sustain that and still be a fan. That was horrible to watch to anybody that think defense is a part of the game. You would think that is just a shame to watch, man. Like I don't think I don't know whether it was the pass rush not meeting its standards or the back end not meeting its standards, the linebackers. I think if you could clip the whole defense right to one shot, it would be Eric Kendricks running behind a wide receiver for another 25-yard gain. It was constant. It was every day. It was chunk plays after chunk plays. They just didn't show up. That's what it makes me mad when a person says brings up Kirk Cousins as to the reason why we lose. When I have to watch this defense and say if we had Patrick Mahomes, we would not win. You cannot sit there and let another offense do whatever they want to do. I don't care who's at quarterback. I don't think Kirk Cousins is the best quarterback, but I know we definitely can't win with the 31st ranked defense.
I don't have no
And Ed
sympathy for you.
Donatel is the first person.
I
Is
don't
the
have no
first,
sympathy for you.
yeah, head got to be chopped. I don't even see, better yet, I kind of did not like the hiring because when looking up Ed Donatel's history, he has never been good. He has never been a good coordinator. I think they wanted what everybody else want. They want the Fangio's defense, but apparently Donatel can't run it. Most people, Mike Fangio is basically the Sean McVay of defense coordinators right now. Like everybody's running. If you don't know, the Eagles run it, the Rams run it. Fangio's is, but he's right there now. Miami run. Everybody runs Fangio's defense right now in this day and age. But why when you want Fangio? Give me him.
Who? Let me ask you a question, Corey. Who you think y'all should look into? And give me at least two candidates for that position.
Well, number one would be Fangio because I don't want to totally have to overhaul my whole defense because we are now put this scheme in and most people are settled in. So you don't want to just change up the scheme where the players that already spent a whole season in this scheme. You need somebody that at least can run the scheme. And I think the best person to run Fangio's scheme is Fangio himself. Do I think we'll be I believe we'll have the best record out of the teams that are garnering for him. Miami's going to try to get him. Atlanta's going to try to get him. It's going to be a lot of teams out there trying to get Fangio to come to them. But I believe we have the best record. I think Miami is the best team. I'm being honest. If I was a defense coordinator, I'd rather go to Miami. They have pieces in the place to make his scheme look good. So it just depends on how you try to pull them in. So if I had to pick, I don't know, a second coordinator. I ain't dipped into this as much, man, because off-season things I've been more concerned with cap issues. And by him just getting fired today, I ain't looking into it. But if I had to say, I gotta look who's available, man.
I think Chris Richard would be a good fit for y'all.
It would. I think it would.
Yeah. Vic Fangio, I think he served as a consultant with the Eagles this year, so the Eagles actually might try to keep him around as DC next year.
Yeah. Yeah, that too.
But I don't have no sympathy for y'all because y'all didn't get the Cowboys no slack. All them years we had all them bad defenses, y'all didn't give us no slack. I don't feel bad for you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, and a couple weeks ago in the group chat, you thought y'all was a championship team. That defense did a little more. I don't feel no sympathy for you.
If the defense did more, but what the defense do? What has been my
the defense.
We talked on the Buffalo game. We ain't spoke the whole time. What has been? I said we are not a Super Bowl team because of what? It's instantly. You cannot lose that way. The Giants had an 11-minute drive. Do you know when I guarantee you? I don't even have to look up the stat. I will guarantee you the Giants. That was their first 11-minute drive of the season. I can guarantee you that. They are not that great of an offense. You have a 21st ranked offense that look like a powerhouse against us. They look like a powerhouse, bro. They made Daniel Jones look like they might have earned that man a contract. It's going to be some hurt Giants fans. Y'all celebrating right now, but y'all need to be mad at my defense for making y'all get that man that money when he is not worth it. Y'all going to pay that man like $30 million. And your team gonna stink because he's garbage. The only people that believe in him is Daniel Jones, his agent, and Ryan Hampton. He over there bored up because I'm saying this. Daniel Jones,
his parents
trash.
too. His parents also. His parents.
No,
they believe in him.
No,
yeah,
they knew. They believe in him. Stop being facetious. But his parents believe in him. Yeah. Yeah.
I agree with that comment, Jay. Jay said that Minnesota would be better off running the cover two. They don't have man-to-man corners. They have four. They rush four a lot. It seemed like they ran cover four a lot this year. I agree with that. Yeah, I think they would be better suited for cover two.
They don't run cover four. They run cover six. They run cover six.
They run cover what?
They run what?
They run cover six.
The Vikings?
Yeah.
You talking about Matt and Madden?
No, we run mainly cover six. And it's
that's
called.
That's why y'all was getting torched up.
Yeah, but we have to because you're right. This is the reason why I really don't blame Ed Donatel because he's right about the Fangio scheme. It's more predicated on running man with your corners, but he didn't trust the corners enough too. He started implementing it later on. That's why we got a little bit better, not a lot better, but we didn't have the best man corners. So mostly what you did was run cover six to protect them. But that puts your linebackers in a very, very hard spot because now they got to cover more, or your safeties got to understand, be able to react a lot better. Harrison Smith, he a little long in the tooth. He can't move his whip.
Yeah.
He can see things, but his body won't do it. You know what I'm saying? His body can't do what his man sees. Problem with our other Cam Bottom, he can move, but he liable to move the wrong way. He run over here so fast he can't get back. If you look at it, I would love to be able to get all 22 to show y'all the problem with these defense. It's a lot with just people just in wrong positions and not understanding. Cam Bottom, he don't want to get beat deep, so he lines up too far back. If he lines up too far back, that's putting the linebacker in too much space. And we just get the whole defense was broken, bro.
Hey, Court.
Yeah.
I mean, the more I listen to you speak about it, it don't seem much like a coaching issue, but a personnel issue.
Personnel issue, correct.
Yeah, I would. But who gets the personnel?
The GM.
The GM.
GM gets the personnel. Do you think that GM goes out, right, and just randomly pick players? You don't think he goes to the defense coordinator and asks him, what are you looking for?
I would hope that he has a scouting department.
But you think the scouts? Do you think the scouts just go out and find players? Or do you think
that's exactly what a scout does.
That's their job.
No,
that's their
job. What I'm saying is they go out there and find the players that you are asking for. But at the end of the day, the defense coordinator will pick the players that his defense has. He don't just get a selection of players and say, I'm going to run whatever. No, he tells them what they want.
I'm not so sure about that. I don't know if he gets to pick the groceries, man.
Nah, I don't think the DC get to make none of the decisions. The head coach ultimately makes the decisions along with player personnel.
To train them and up defensive coordinator
and make defensive personnel picks over the defense coordinator that runs.
Hey, Court, the GM shops for the groceries.
It's
a defensive coordinator job to cook the meal.
I'm saying he's going with the list.
He got to cook.
Y'all had a whole lot of Salisbury steak this year, brother. Y'all ain't had no ribeyes.
I'm saying he's shopping for the players, but he have a grocery list from the defense coordinator. His grocery list is there. He ain't just going out. You ain't going to the store without your old lady sending you with a grocery list. You come back with all that stuff.
I think y'all did the best.
You came back with crackers.
Yeah, I think y'all did the best y'all could do with y'all cap space because y'all did have a cap space issue too, right? So I think that plays a piece into it as well. You can't really go get a bunch of big names if you already strapped with your cap. You know, Minnesota did have a cap issue last year. But I mean, I think the future is still bright for y'all, bro. I mean, Kirk got at least another 5 or 6 years. You know what I mean? Y'all you don't think so?
It's not bright.
You don't think it's bright?
What do you mean?
I think the future's bright in Minnesota.
I can't wait until we get into salary cap. Like right now, potentially we can clear $71 million. But it's what you got to lose. If you cut bait with a lot of stuff, you can clear up to $71 million.
Y'all gonna have to get rid of Dalvin Cook.
That's chop. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's number one. Dalvin Cook got to go. Number two, Eric Kendricks.
Whoa. You said Dalvin got to go?
Yeah, for cap space purposes, Dalvin got to go. You got to trade. That O-line is good. You can get a young guy in there.
Thank you.
You can get a young guy in there with that O-line.
Listen, LT still believes running backs win championship. He believes in paying a running back $60 million.
I've said this.
$16 million.
Corey, I've been saying this. I've been beating my table on this. Y'all keep giving more opportunities for a pass to Justin Jefferson when you can hand the ball off to Cooks, and he's a much better football player. He's way better. He's way better.
Y'all watch that Giants game?
I did. He's way better than him.
I didn't really watch the whole game.
If y'all watch that game, tell me what Dalvin Cook did. What y'all seen?
I'm gonna go back and look at the highlights. See what happened.
Go look at it. Show me what you do. But what I'm saying is, why would you pay a running back $16 million when that position is not valued that much? Right now,
how many picks y'all got? How many picks y'all got?
Would you rather have Tony Pollard or Zeke Elliott right now? If you had to
Tony Pollard, how much
does Zeke make?
I'd rather have Tony Pollard. What picks do y'all have?
$12-13 million. How much Tony Pollard make?
Like one.
And you would rather have him.
Court, is Madison better than Dalvin Cook?
No. But I think Keenan Wahoo might be good though.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think
he might. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
from a metric standpoint, you know, the last person that tested as well as Keenan Wahoo, it was Jared McKinnon. And so the Vikings do a good job at the height, weight, speed guys. They do a good job at the running back position. They've been good since Adrian Peterson, and I do believe that they'll be okay without Dalvin Cook.
I do too. I think so.
and somebody else can be better with Dalvin Cook.
Hey, Hamp explained it to the
Dalvin is the best football player on that Minnesota roster.
Yeah,
If you want to give that up,
but
give
Hoodie,
that up, but it's not
But-
going to look good.
Hoodie.
They've never won a championship. So
Yeah.
moving like that, all right, you can do
I mean,
that.
I agree. I think that's something to be seen for sure. But in regards to that DC position, I think that's going to be a big time move for Minnesota. They got one shot to get that right. They got one shot to get it right.
Yeah.
And personally, I feel like Chris Rashad, because first you got to have an attitude. You got to have an attitude with your defensive coordinator. You feel what I'm saying? You got to get a DC that's going to come in there, that's going to hold you to a standard. And Vic Fangio will be nice, but you need a players coach too. And I think that Minnesota is they right at they middle of the pack when it comes to age. I think Chris Rashad is going to be a head coach, and then he'll get a chance soon. But I think he needs an opportunity to showcase what he can do with control of a defense. And I feel like Minnesota's a good spot for that, man. I do. I really think Chris Rashad should be considered for that spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, if in my opinion with Minnesota, if it was me, because D'Amico Ryans, he's out there interviewing under the Rooney Rule. Ain't nobody gonna give him no job. And once he realized that he not finna get a job, Vikings need to go ahead and give him a defensive coordinator job and make him the highest paid defensive coordinator. Because I think D'Amico Ryans is the right type of coach for what the situation where you guys at. Because the truth of the matter is, y'all got to get a youth movement going on.
I do like D'Amico.
Y'all got to get a youth movement going on.
But is it D'Amico or is it his personnel? Because he got some dogs on that defense.
But does he?
Yes. He got some dogs on that defense.
But let's talk about it. I mean, let's talk about it.
Except the secondary.
Okay, Hufanga, right?
Dog.
Okay. All right, so tell me, anybody know Hufanga's draft capital?
Like a fifth round pick.
No, can we check it? I thought you were stats.
Oh, stats?
Because we talk about it. We talk about it because the crazy thing is, I believe that at the NFL, pretty much everybody's talented. I think everybody's talented.
No question.
So the difference between a guy being good and great, I believe, is how well he's coached up.
Correct.
Now,
no question.
So when you say D'Amico Ryans got a bunch of dogs, well, I wonder how much he's contributing to the kennel. You know what I mean? How much is
hey, that's fair. Hufanga was a fifth round pick, but here's what you got to remember too.
There you go.
When you got somebody like Nick Bosa on your line, you always gonna have an effective defense. When you got a linebacker like Fred Warner, you always gonna have a chance. And then you happen to hit on Hufanga. Minnesota don't have those three pieces.
Can I say pause? Because when you got Daniel Hunter, right?
He's old.
You know what I'm saying? Is he really?
He's not Nick Bosa at all.
How
he's
old
nowhere
is he?
Close to Nick Bosa.
How old is Daniel Hunter?
Daniel Hunter is 28 years old.
So is he old? Nah, he's in his
old,
prime.
Bro. You was trading me Brandon Graham 4 years ago at 29, bro.
That's prime.
28
He's
prime.
smart because he knew what I'm talking about.
He's prime.
Hey, can I say one thing? D'Amico Ryan is no need to talk about it. Why would he leave a defense coordinator position to come to a defense coordinator?
Bingo. I'm not leaving San Francisco to go to Minnesota.
Why would he leave to come to us?
Okay.
He's going to have to be a head.
After I answer that question, man, we got to go to the comments. We got some good comments in here. But D'Amico Ryans, like I said, the Rooney Rule is the reason why he's getting so many interviews. But you know, like I know, all these places are going to pick somebody else. We can get into that discussion on another podcast, but when he's Brian Flores again, because I watched Brian Flores win like the last 8 games, and he ended up being a defensive coordinator. Matter of fact, is he even a defensive coordinator? He might be the linebackers coach.
Yeah,
He linebacker. He won the last
right?
8 NFL games and became a linebacker coach. So yeah, D'Amico Ryans better take that defensive coordinator job and shut up and dribble.
Hey, all right. So what was the other headline? You said something about Tom Brady. Let's
No, I'm saying.
segue to.
Yeah, let's
what
get
about
off my.
what about
Yeah,
the
let's get
comment
off
section?
Minnesota because we don't want
Was
Corey
there
to get. So
anybody
let's
else
go
in
to the
comment
comments.
section? Yeah, see if anybody else comments.
So Darius said, first year of a defensive scheme will take a while for some teams. Remember, they transitioned from Zimmer defense to Donatel. That's a good point. Pat
Very
P
good
is too
point.
old for the press. Those guys are constantly playing off coverage all year. You may not find 20 plays where DB is in press. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get off these Vikings. We ain't about to
That's a
get
good. Corey, it's okay, bro. We ain't beating y'all down. You know, we just having a real conversation about the team, bro. But it's, I don't know why we wasting time talking about a team that's at home and they in Cancun right now.
because they matter. Because they matter. And you
I
keep
mean,
on.
I'm gonna dive into the rest of the rumor report.
You keep on.
Let me dive into
Now, I want
the
to
rest of the rumor.
talk before you dive. Look, we can't skip Tom Brady. Like, we got to bring that up, bro.
Mhm.
How much
Okay.
more he willing to lose before he walk away from the game?
Best around be
Don't
be a spleen. It best around to be a spleen.
Bro, you ain't got nothing else, bro. Walk away, bro. Walk away. Walk away. Like, it's time for Tom to go.
Okay. But here goes the
Anybody
thing, though.
disagree?
And listen. You would not find 31 better quarterbacks in the NFL, even at 46.
I disagree with that.
You can't name 31 better.
I did. Well, I mean, maybe not better, but more suited for
Hold
the
on,
game
you
at the
said Tom
speed that
Brady
is
not a top
played.
32.
No, he said
Tom
you're
Brady
not
not a
going
top
to find.
32 quarterback.
No,
No,
I'm saying
he
he is a top 32 quarterback. So to be honest with you, at 50, he's probably going to be top 32.
Yeah. I mean, granted, right? Like, let's roll with that, and I agree. But here's the thing: I would challenge that because he's a great talent, but you still got to remember that the game is fast, bro, and it's quick and it's painful. He too old to be taking them hits. Personally, right now, this is just my opinion. With the way Brock Purdy has played, I would take him over Brady at 45 right now because he can recover. He's 23.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a fast game, and he looked bad against Dallas, man. He looked bad against Dallas.
You can't name 10 quarterbacks you'll take over Brady. You might think
10 current. I'm
10
going with
quarterbacks.
youth. I'm going with youth. This game too fast, bro. This game is too fast for a 46-year-old guy to be out there playing. He got a whole kid to raise. He got kids to raise at home.
If you
Go
think
play-
they
go play
can
with your
Tom
kids.
Brady or Tua, who you think Miami going with?
Miami.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
I think Mike McDaniel probably would roll with Tua.
Tua right now with that injury history.
Yeah, I think so.
3 concussions.
I would rather have the injuries than a 50-year-old.
He's been healthy. He's never been injured.
I want y'all to think about this.
One time in his career.
That man is halfway to 100.
Yeah. Playing lights out.
Dressing like Justin Bieber. He ain't acting his age, bro. You know what I mean? He not acting, bro. There's nothing else. What is he still playing for? It's kind of, to me, when I look at Tom Brady, I feel like, bro, he don't know what to do next. That's why he keep coming back. He don't know what to do next. He like Boobie Miles and Friday Night Lights. All I ever knew to do was play football.
Yeah.
He's playing for a championship.
He not getting that no more. That's over with. Them days is gone, bro. He not getting a championship, bro.
He right back.
Not in Tampa Bay. He can go
He
somewhere
not
else.
getting one. But what team is gonna go? What team can Tom Brady go to and immediately become a favorite in the championship conversation that doesn't already have a quarterback?
Man,
He's not taking them to a championship with the team they got right now.
Raiders.
They definitely not going to no championship with Tom Brady.
All right. I mean, you really being beat.
That defense. I mean, that defense. Neither one of those defenses you just named are championship caliber defenses.
Hey man.
All right, let me.
What are you talking about, man? It's not a championship caliber defense.
LT, do you think Miami's a championship caliber defense?
Yes.
No.
I know who is. The
Who?
New York Jets are.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they actually mentioned that. They mentioned the Jets as a possibility.
So the Jets, then you go to the Jets, he good.
No, I'm just saying the Jets are. They're a top 10
championship
team
caliber
right
defense.
now. They're a top 10 team right now.
Avante said
it's
send
the
Brady
Colts.
to the Colts.
Yeah.
I talked to a Colts fan today, Matt, and he was like, "Yo, he ready to start fresh. He don't want no older quarterbacks. He don't want Derek Carr. I mean, it's one fan. acknowledgement about what they want. But let me finish taking a deep dive into the rumor mill, please.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Next is the Falcons interview Brian Flores. I believe, I know for a fact, Brian Flores is a great defensive mind. Head coach, I'm not too sure, but they're interviewing him for defensive coordinator position. Right now, he's in Pittsburgh. He left Miami, and he was the linebacker and he was the linebacker coach, and they gave him some other title. It don't matter. It's Brian Flores. It's not gonna work.
You don't think it'll work?
No, it's Brian Flores. Next, I got
Oh, hold up, man. Hold up.
He got some personal feelings involved in this, bro.
Nah, because
I ain't got no personal feelings involved in none of it. I'm just saying.
You know what?
Brian Flores.
Hey, Hoodie, I agree with you, man. Let's go ahead and move on, because if I say what I got to say about how I feel about this situation, I'm going to end up being Kanye. So let's move on, man. Let's move on.
All right, let's move on. John Harbaugh said that Lamar Jackson is their quarterback for 2023.
What team he coaching next year? Because it ain't gonna be in Baltimore.
That's what he said.
Man.
That's what he said. Harbaugh said that Lamar Jackson is our quarterback next year. The Dolphins fired defensive coordinator Josh Boyer. I like it. I like the move. I thought that he was a good defensive coordinator the year before last, and then I found out that Brian Flores was called to plays, and he's gone. So we fired our defensive coordinator. Next, Aaron Donald said he is playing in 2023.
Aaron Donald said he gonna play.
He said he will play in 2023.
Can you come play for the Vikings? Can you get that out to him?
I don't know if he can play for y'all, but next, Brian Leftwich was fired from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as the offensive coordinator. So he can be looking for a new job, maybe as a quarterback coach or wide receiver. Maybe I'm not sure, but Brian Flores is out there.
I like him in Dallas.
He's out there.
I like him in Dallas. Kellen Moore gonna be gone. He gonna get a head coaching job somewhere as an offensive coordinator. I think Byron Leftwich would be good with Dak. They got similar play styles. They had very similar play styles when he played.
They do got similar.
Kellen Moore is gonna get a head coach opportunity somewhere this year.
He has to get traded. He's on a contract. He has to get traded, though.
That's how I'm not mistaken. I hope we trade him. For a bag of cheeses. He gotta go.
You can trade him for draft picks. If I'm not mistaken, like Kellen Moore is on a contract. It's a rare occurrence for a coach to stay there. But y'all could trade him.
No, usually these guys sign contracts. Now, usually in their contract, there's clauses if they're getting a promotion.
Right.
Yeah, there's usually clauses for that. So, if anyway, he'll just leave. Head coaches on the other hand, head coaches on the other hand, those are usually compensatory pick. Well, not compensatory picks, but they usually have to trade some type of draft capital in order to get it. Like what we're seeing right now with Sean Payton, and right now, Denver Broncos will pay whatever the asking price is.
Yeah,
because right now they're devoid of picks because of the Russell Wilson trade. Their team is trash. They have no path going forward, and their defense is elite. I don't think we've ever seen a situation like that. So they just gonna double down and just give whatever it takes. No. Russell Wilson needs to be fixed, and I don't know how you fix him.
It was their coach.
You don't think
nobody ever knew who Nathaniel Hackett was?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It was the head coach. He was trash. That team is good, and I think that if they find the right coach, that team is going to be something to reckon with in the AFC.
Yeah, Hackett wasn't built for that job. He was pushing in weight over his head. Last two things is Jason Myers got a 4-year, $21 million contract. That's what happens when you can actually make an extra point. So the kudos to him and Seattle for making extra point. I mean, their season is over with, but he did what he was supposed to do.
Hey, was
Yeah.
that a shot at the Cowboys, bro?
Yeah,
No.
I'm gonna say no. I agree with you, Eddie. I agree with you, Eddie. I'm pretty sure that after watching Brett Meyer, Seattle said "Love yours." And
Love yours.
They said
They
"Love
said
yours."
love yours.
They say you are not going to the market. Come back.
Yeah,
We're
love
not letting
yours.
you go.
Yeah. Have I told you how much I appreciate you, man? And that's how the contract got done.
He walked in the room.
For
They
sure,
told him,
for
"Man, for me lately." They was dancing and everything. We walked.
sure.
Yeah.
And Greg Roman, last but not least, Greg Roman has walked away as the offensive coordinator. So I believe he was the offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. He's walking away as the
Yeah, I
offensive
think.
coordinator for them.
I
So
mean, I've been
that's
reading
it.
into this. I've been reading into this, and apparently, Lamar did not care for this guy.
Didn't know that.
So
Okay.
Ravens
the,
nation care for the guy.
yeah, so the Ravens made a choice, and so it seems like the Ravens are going to work out a deal between Lamar Jackson and his mother, being that his mother is his agent right now. So him and Lamar Jackson's mom are gonna get a deal done, and the Ravens are gonna have a quarterback going forward. So that's a win for everybody. Another thing with Baltimore, it may seem small, but they signed Andy Isabella to a futures contract today. Now, if you guys don't know who Andy Isabella is, Andy Isabella was
Second round pick, wide receiver. Was
out
it
of
Stanford?
UMass,
UMass.
and
Yeah.
he was fast as a hiccup,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think he caught 5 passes the whole time in Arizona. So I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not saying that this guy is. I'm saying that there's something there.
No, there's not. We're not gonna do that. We're not. Let's stop.
Yeah,
Okay, we're not doing that
Okay.
because they tried to give him Sammy Watkins. They tried to give him a bunch of. Go get that man a stud, bro. We don't need no. Go get him a stud.
Mm.
Don't keep giving him no throwaways that couldn't work out with other teams. If you want to say
Dez
he can't
Bryant,
no,
bring him
no,
Dez Bryant.
no. If I was the Ravens, I don't know
What
where
about
they pick
Deshaun
at.
Jackson? What about
No, that
Deshaun
ain't
Jackson?
working. No, they keep getting all these secondhand guys. If they have a chance, I don't know where they pick at in the first round. But I personally think they should go after Marvin Harrison Jr. That's who I think they should go after. Whatever it takes to
He's
get him.
not eligible though.
No, he's not
He is.
eligible. You might
He's
is
not
Jackson
eligible
Smith.
this
Jackson
Nah,
Smith or Jigbo.
he will stay another year.
Jigbo. Okay, Jigbo is available, right? That's
Yeah.
coming out.
And speaking of that, hold up. Let me get my calendar up. Do you know that on tomorrow we find out who is actually eligible. It's the eligibility deadline.
Mm.
So we'll find out which people are eligible for draft. So we're getting ready to get into that famous time of the year. Some important dates is coming up. We got the divisional playoffs, as we know, this weekend. Then we have the AFC and NFC championships that we know. And then we have the Super Bowl on the 5th. I mean, the Pro Bowl on the 5th, the Super Bowl on the 12th. Yeah,
12th.
Super Bowl on the 12th. And then the waivers open up on the 13th. All right. First business day. The first business day is the 13th. And yeah, they start interviews. March 7th.
We could just go ahead and skip that. Season over with anyway.
Even though, yeah, at that point.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm talking about season over with now. I mean, we can go ahead and skip that now. Start looking forward to next year.
Why you doing all that, man? Because your team ain't in it.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
You know,
we got
usually
two people up here that got teams still in it, bro.
Hampton. Some of you know me. Usually, now as soon as my team lose, I no longer watch football. I'm doing that fights for the podcast. People know I move straight to basketball. Man.
You move straight to Steph Curry. Don't even try that.
Yes, that is correct.
Fix it.
Straight to Steph. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Hey, do we got any more comments in the section?
Let me see.
Darius said the day of the pocket passes is literally at the clip The game is now mobility in some type of way.
I agree with that.
Facts.
Good. Hey man, you know what? Darius always got something sharp to say in here, man. Hey Darius, get over to the YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
Join the family, man. Like
Please
join the
do.
family.
Please do.
Yeah, Darius, he be on it, man. Bro, be on it.
Vontae said, "No, sir, Corey. Please be patient with the great teams that are left."
Yeah, we're gonna be here for a
this
while.
assault. Yeah, this assault has to happen on Corey though, because hey, look, fans, if y'all would see what Corey was talking, all that trash that man talked in every group chat we were in, he
Listen,
gotta get this smoke.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
constantly bullied.
That brother's a terrorist.
I'm constantly
That
Public
brother is a
enemy
terrorist.
number one.
He's a
I'm
terrorist.
constantly attacked, and I'm constantly bullied. Don't join in on these guys attacking me. They have no reason. All I do, I am a victim. I am a victim of assault. Don't let these guys just stand up here and coerce you into thinking that for some reason I'm a villain. No, I'm the hero in this story.
Oh,
They just sitting back, attacking.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Any other good news coming out outside of the game?
No, that's all the news in the rumor mill. That's it. A source close to me told me that Vic Fangio may be signing with the Miami Dolphins, but that's just one source, not reliable. It's actually Corey, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But that's all I got on the
If I say
rumor.
he's gonna sign with anybody, I think it'd be Miami. I really think. If I had to
Yeah.
That's a good fit though. I think it's a good fit.
Yeah, it fixes scheme. We got 3-4 scheme. It'll work.
Plus the weather, man.
yeah,
Who
it
wouldn't want to be
definitely
in Miami? Who wouldn't want to be in Miami, bro? The weather.
Who would?
The weather,
Who
man.
would? Why not, right? You know,
Yeah.
but why not?
All right.
Why not?
All right.
So let's
wrap this
if we can, let's wrap this up and we can get into the injury reports.
Mhm.
All right. What we got?
All right.
What's the injury report?
What we got?
Diving to it now.
Yep.
Okay, so the Bengals, the Bills, Dallas, and 49ers have no as of this point. The Jaguars have 6 people questionable, and that's quarterback Trevor Lawrence. He has a toe injury. Jamal Agnew, he has a shoulder injury. Kendrick Pryor, wide receiver, he also has a shoulder injury. Ross McKissick, he has a back injury. He plays long snapper. Brandon Sheriff, former first-round pick, he has a abdominal injury. And Luke Fortner, he has a back injury. He's also an offensive lineman. That's 6 players, all questionable for the Jacksonville Jaguars. As far as the Chiefs, they only had 1 designation, and that was out. That was McCole Hartman. He has a pelvic injury. The Giants have 1 person questionable, and that's former first-round pick, Azir
Ojulari.
He has a quad injury, but he's questionable to play. The Eagles have 1 player out, and that's Avante Maddox. He has a toe injury, and probably Eagle fans are very excited about him not playing because he has not been very good this season.
Barbecue chicken.
Chicken. Yeah, Avante Maddox is not playing. And
I wish
that's
he
it.
would.
Bengals, no injuries. Bills, no injuries. Dallas, no injuries. 49ers, no injuries.
Yeah, I saw that Lane Johnson was playing. I guess Hamp, tell me about that. Was he hurt or something at one point? But I saw that they said he was gonna play this weekend.
He's always hurt, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, he's always got something going on with him. But he also has a history of steroids, so you never know what it is. You never know what it is.
right.
You never know what it is with this guy.
wow.
Yeah, but yeah, Avante Maddox. First off, Avante Maddox is a good slot corner. We did have the number 1 secondary while he was there, so please put some respect on his name.
Yeah, he's not playing. He's out with a toe. He has a toe. He has a toe injury.
Yeah.
So that's that. He has a toe injury.
Yep.
Start that.
Well, with that being said, I think
And
it's
that's
about time to
all I
wrap.
have on the rumor report and news injuries. So that's it, man. That's what we
All
got
right.
right now.
All right.
All right.
We them boys drink a lot of
Well,
milk.
with
So,
that
any
being,
closing remarks? What you got? Something you first up, man. You won today.
Hey man, I'm excited. I'm ready to see. Look, NFC East versus everybody. And regardless of what happens, there will be an NFC East team in the playoffs, in the NFC Championship game. So that's a good thing.
Mm.
Hopefully, to beat them boys, but somebody gonna get there.
mm,
Okay. All right.
mm.
You up next? You up next, Hoodie? What you got?
I got my team. Unfortunately, my team not in there. We fought hard. We did what we could do with backups, second string, third string is what it is. Moving forward, um, I hope Patrick Mahomes accomplishes a championship, which he's done before, and that's what I'm gonna be pulling for. I'm gonna be pulling for Kansas City Chiefs, new fan favorite, MJ. Well,
Don't
I'm
count.
rocking with the Chiefs, man. I'm rocking
Don't
with the
count.
Chiefs. Hey, I'm rocking with the Chiefs, man. What y'all got?
And what you got, Corey?
Well, this is the best time of year for me. I love the off season. I think the off season is a great time. I think they need to put more stuff in the off season, to tell you the truth. But great time of the year. But I'm gonna enjoy watching the playoffs for the first time in a long time. So my Super Bowl pick is the 49ers. And it's been a Super Bowl pick for a while now, since I moved off the Eagles, like week 10. So
Mm.
I'm sticking with them, and I think they're the best team in the NFL. I think they're close teams, close to them. And we can do a ranking sometime this week. We should do a power ranking of the teams left before they play. Yeah, it'd be a
I
good
like it.
time to see what
All
we
right.
got. All right.
All right, fellas, and for myself, I'm not going to give any predictions. I'm going to save that for the prediction show. But what I am going to choose is you guys. And what I mean that I want to choose you guys is I know that a lot of you have had a miserable week by hearing We Them Boys, this our year, we back. You know, all those delusional things. I know you're tired of hearing those things. And hopefully after this week, um, we can get some resolve to that.
Mm-hmm.
With
Hey,
that
you a
being
hater.
said, love yours, and we out.
Love you. Absolutely.
Cool
Deuces.
runnings.